Recently, Zelle had a payments outage. People could not send or receive wire transfers, and it was a disaster. And what they did made it so much worse. I'm Joshua Lisec. This is Daily Persuasion. I am the New York Times bestselling author and co-author, ghostwriter of 98 nonfiction books now, and a certified hypnotist. Through this unique stack of experiences, I teach you how to better influence the VIPs of your life and your career. Now, it was just a couple of days ago that people who were trying to, in the United States and elsewhere, attempting to do bank transfers realized we can't. Like, the entire system is basically down. Now, because banks were relying on the transfer processor, in this case, Zelle, it was all the banks. It was a disaster. Now, what made it worse is Zelle delayed. Now, we see this happen often with large organizations. When there's a crisis, people start pointing fingers. Well, who is it? Who is it? Who is it? Who's to blame? Who's to blame? It doesn't really matter who's to blame. And everyone in the public generally gets that if there is a problem, as long as you immediately do something to let people know what's going on in less than 15 minutes, things are going to be not necessarily okay, but you got to make a statement when something is wrong. What Zelle ought to have done was posted onto X, formerly Twitter. X is the world's communications platform, the marketplace of ideas, so to speak. If there ever is such a thing, it's going to be X. Within 15 minutes or less of the very first second report that wire transfers, bank transfers aren't going through, they should have posted an update. Now, I don't mean one of those screenshots of this long letter in PR speak. 2 to 3 sentences. That they notice that there's a problem. They're getting reports. Here's what we're doing right now. Reply to that tweet, that post, with what you're going to be doing, what you're doing right now. And if that doesn't work, ... we're going to try this. And just every few minutes, update what we are doing. So I can look and see, oh, wow, they noticed this before I did, and they're doing something. Okay, and they're showing us all the updates. Because the context of this is there's a problem, and I, the person who's working the teller, or I, as the individual, the consumer, who wants to engage in my transaction, I'm in the dark. So if you can bring me into the light with your communications, all the better. Now, how does this apply to our own day-to-day lives? If you are the first to tell someone else that there is a problem, then a couple of things happen. Number one, you look courageous, bold, and brave. That's the first thing. Oh, wow, there's a problem. You didn't have to tell me about it, but you did anyway, because you're confident enough in yourself and your ability to find out a way to solve it. You're not trying to hide it, or rather, hide from it, which is what the public perceived Zelle was doing. So the moment you find out there's a problem or something going on, you let the client know, hey, we noticed XYZ. We're in the process of solving it. We're trying this, and we're going to try this. And then if neither of those work, we'll try this as well. We'll let you know as we progress. Oh, wow. Thank you for letting me know. I had no idea. Maybe the client's website is down. Maybe their email stops sending. What you don't want is to show that you're asleep at the wheel. You don't want to pull a Zelle. You want to avoid the scenario where the client hears from a customer in the middle of a campaign of advertising they're paying for, hey, I went to your website and I tried to buy something, but it looks like it's down right now. My credit card didn't go through. You do not want that to happen to your client. Now, imagine you as the services provider. Let's say you knew about that happening. You let them know, hey, I know you're in the middle of an advertising campaign. We've been paying attention. I know this is important. We understand how important this is to you. And we noticed this. We're working to fix it. We're going to try this, and then if that neither of those work, we'll try this as well. Basically, the absolute fastest things that might work the soonest, you'll try those in that order. So it goes, oh, wow, I'm very unhappy. But here's the key. I'm not unhappy at you. Zelle botched this. We're all mad at Zelle rather than mad that there is a problem Zelle is working on our behalf to fix. This also applies to any relationships as well. Something goes wrong, be the one who lets people know, and also that you've taken ownership to try to solve it. Oftentimes people let things slide because they either want to hide the problem, hope the person doesn't notice, or they want to hide from it and then try to figure out what they can do in the meantime to shift blame elsewhere. Instead, you can build your clout, accrue credibility by taking ownership of the problem and teaching what you're going to do about it.